Dawn, and you're watching Growing Up Chaotic, the channel where I candidly share with you how I survived growing up in an alcoholic, drug-addicted, mentally, emotionally, and physically abusive family. I am the expert on Growing Up Chaotic. Today's segment is all about the importance of sharing what we witnessed in our dysfunctional family in order to jumpstart the healing process. When you take your story and you bring it out into the daylight and you give it some air, you can reap tremendous healing benefits. When you find other people that you can share with, you realize that there are other people that can relate to you and that you're not alone and that you're not the only one dealing with these issues. And when you actually talk about what happened, you liberate yourself from that extreme, intense emotional reaction, all of those funky, depressive memories and feelings that you have locked up inside that keep you from moving forward. So with this sharing idea, I thought it would be a great opportunity for me to share with you some of my story. So after my parents got divorced, my mom, who's an alcoholic, remarried a man who was also an alcoholic, and he also happened to be extremely physically abusive towards her. And just to give you an example of the things he would do when he was drunk, he would hold her down on the floor and strangle her until she was blue in the face. He would grab her by the back of the head and literally punch her face into walls and mirrors. He would fill the bathtub all the way to the top with water and drag her upstairs to the bathroom and hold her head under the water until it was just about too late. So he was a complete nightmare to live with. And at the time, I was about 4 or 5 when he came into our lives. So there was one night in particular when the two of them were screaming drunk and they got in a big fight. He's beating the crap out of her, and my mom takes out the front door off the street to get away from him to God knows where. My stepfather gets pissed off and he decides that we're going to go find her. So he puts me in the car with him, and in his hand he has a kitchen knife. And he turns to me in the car and he takes the kitchen knife, he puts it right in my face, and he says, "When I find your mother, this is what I'm going to do to her." And he put the knife back in between us, and we took off looking for her. And you can just imagine how terrorizing that was for me. I'm 4 or 5 years old. I'm in the car with a man who's too drunk to drive. He just stuck a knife in my face, and he's threatened to kill my mother with it, which is the worst, most terrorizing part of all of it. Now, I know that it may seem like I'm very calm when I'm sharing this story with you, but the only reason that is the case is because I have shared this story over and over again to people that I felt safe with. I've literally gotten that intense emotional reaction out of my system. And when I first started doing this, it was extremely painful. Do not get me wrong, this did not happen overnight. Whenever I would share with people that I felt safe with in a safe environment, I was extremely afraid and insecure that they were going to judge me, that they were going to think I was a freak, that I was crazy, that I was making all this up, that by default I was also an alcoholic or that I was also abusive. I mean, it was an extremely intense process, but as I said before, over time, in a very slow and steady way, I started to be able to feel safer every time that I shared. And as I got more comfortable, I was able to look around and see, wow, there are a lot of people that can relate to what I went through, and then I didn't feel as isolated. And as I slowly started to break through that bubble of isolation, I created more room in my life for healing, and slowly I was able to take those steps forward to realize, oh, I don't have to live that way anymore. I can create a better life for myself. So I cannot say enough how important the tool of sharing your experiences with people that you feel safe with and in safe environment. Now, I have to tell you, one of the downfalls of this is that you're not always going to find people that are going to understand you, and that's okay. You just leave them where they are and go find other people. There are plenty of people out there. And another important point I want to make is that your own family, extended family, may not understand, and they might not want to be a part of your process. But you know what? Those are their issues. You let them go, send them in love, and you continue your journey onto finding people who could really understand and support you. So, I have a few questions for you, and I would love to hear from you. In terms of this sharing idea, what would give you the courage to open up? What is it that you need to feel safe to let these demons out of your system? Are you afraid that if you share these stories like I just did, that you'll be judged harshly? Or maybe you even think that you're going to have that one story or that one situation that there's absolutely no one else in the world that can relate to. I'd really love to hear from you, so please leave your answer in the comments below. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. And also, if you know of anyone that could benefit from being part of this community, please share this video with them. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter at GrowingUpChaotic. Now, before I leave you with all that, I found this little quote actually on my Twitter feed. It's this group or person that I follow. I'm not sure if it's a group of people or if it's just one person, but they're called I Am Creative. And I found this quote, and I just thought that it was so appropriate for this whole idea. And it goes like this: turn a mess into a message, a test into a testimony, a trial into a triumph, a victim into a victory. It's something else. That's all I have for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.